Hi, I'm Elsa Vazquiez, and I will be talking about the concept of authenticity. This presentation is based off of a JM webinar presented and researched by Joseph Nunes, Andrea Ordanini, and Gaia Gimbastini. It speaks about authenticity and what it means to consumers. The research goes into depth about how you can define authenticity and how it relates to your products or services. So how can we define authenticity? First of all, we know it's something consumers crave. In a research, it said that 86% of consumers said that authenticity comes into play when choosing what company they want to support. In addition to this, 9 out of 10 consumers will take action to reward an authentic company. So from these studies, we know that authenticity is something very important to consumers. Secondly, marketers do acknowledge it's important and look for ways to deliver authenticity. They recognize that for a brand and for a company, they do need to look authentic and they do need to promote authenticity. Lastly, no commonly accepted business definition exists. This creates a problem because there is no real concept of how you can create authenticity within your company. Let's define the problems. First, as we discussed, there are too many definitions. Once they conducted an analysis, they found 63 business definitions of what authenticity means and 40 subtypes. You can see how this can create a problem as there's no clear defining term. So how can one make their brand more authentic without a set guideline? This was a research goal. They wanted to create a concept reconstruction. So first, they wanted to reconstruct the meaning by using consumers' perspective, also keeping in mind existing definitions of the term. This is to provide insight into how marketers do have an influence on consumers' perspective on what is considered authentic. So let's look at their studies, which was made through a multi-method approach. They conducted 4 studies, which of only 3 they spoke about in their presentation. Study number 1 consisted of in-depth interviews. Study number 2 was a survey sample with defined context, and study number 3 was scenario-based. The first 2 studies were qualitative, with the third study being quantitative. In their analysis, they found 6 major themes. First one being originality, second one being accuracy, third one being connectedness, fourth one being integrity, then legitimacy, and lastly, proficiency. So now to defining authenticity. Authenticity is a holistic consumer assessment determined by 6-component judgment, and this is their direct definition in their presentation. So the role of each component can change according to the consumption context and depends on if they're providing services or products and what is more important to the consumer. So key findings and takeaways. Authenticity is defined as a set of 6-component judgments. Not all judgments need to apply and can differ in their contribution depending on the context. Also, authenticity predicts consumer attitudes and behavioral intentions. So a takeaway from this presentation is that marketers must know how consumers assess authenticity, allowing managers to efficiently and effectively position their products and services. By analyzing and understanding what authenticity looks like for the consumer, marketers can decide how they want to display their products or their services in order to effectively use their marketing efforts. Thank you.